Man, what's going on?
Yeah, that frequency.
I think this is an excellent intro song.
This is, right? Here we go.
Jumping that, summon that
But
bitch.
we might have to do something though.
Jumping that fire, jumping that bitch. Hitting that fire, jumping that whip.
Yeah.
Thumbing that bitch, coming that bitch.
Whoa.
Drumming that bitch.
All right.
Doing circles.
Now, all right. Now it's gonna get too live
It's
in
too
here.
much.
Way too live.
Yeah.
Emotions. I was like,
I know. I was there.
you know what standard is? Like, come on.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking at y'all anymore. The eyes were shut.
Kendrick have you tapped in. He make you want to put a bow tie on.
Come on.
Tie the suit.
Come on, man. SouLTopiA Radio.
Yo.
Let's go.
What's going on, y'all? I am DAHT.SOUL. This is episode 33. See?
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen.
Episode 33. I like that.
Let's go.
I am DAHT.SOUL.
Yeah.
Over there, that is JT.
How you doing?
And
Come on, man.
man,
Now you got to start.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
So look, again, I'm gonna say this every time. JT been getting on me about these intros.
Cause family always step through.
Yeah.
Come
The
through.
family come through at the end, but so we got to make it like grand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then there was light.
Yeah, and look
Yeah,
at that.
that was nice.
Hallelujah.
That's somebody on the other side of things.
That's right.
Thank you.
All right, so now,
Our sister is here, bro.
man,
What's up, y'all?
man, hold on,
good?
goodness gracious.
Hey,
So
I don't even want to interview. I just want to get hugs.
I
and be
know,
like,
right? Like, what's going on over here?
I love a good hug party. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Look, we
Let's
got
explain this.
yeah.
Let's explain this now.
All right, so this is the leader
Yes.
of the council.
Oh,
First of all, the council is a group of all hitters,
Break it down.
absolutely.
everybody.
No games.
Absolutely.
There's not one of them that's not ham.
Absolutely.
All of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want somebody to play with it.
Yeah,
I just want somebody to play with things.
they don't. There's no group battle. Nobody ever wants to group battle them. I know that.
I don't think
fact,
so.
no.
Yeah, that's not really
So
what you want to do with your life.
It's not.
I don't think.
she is
To the queen. Let's go.
an incredible one of a legend in her movement, a legend in her community.
Yes.
Creative director,
Respect.
choreographer.
Respect.
Shoot, I'm even throw stylist in there because look at the outfit.
Yeah.
That's just her, though.
Yeah, that's just her.
That's just her.
What is going on?
Respect.
You know.
Because you like to swag them out. Every time I see you, I feel like I'm supposed to ask for an autograph or like a bodyguard is supposed to be behind you, which actually is true to both things. You feel me?
Let's
You
go.
are supposed to have a bodyguard.
But
That's how I know I'm making it.
You feel me? It's
Look.
wild to even be here with y'all right now.
Man, JT, do you have any more to add to this intro? Because I know you do.
Hey, man, fuck all that. Play no games about it, man.
Yeah,
out
I
it.
like this.
Play no games about it.
I like this nigga.
This is my sister.
Period.
Okay? I tell you like this. When I got to know her, I knew her before I even knew who she was
Come on.
or what she did.
Come on.
That alone, man, fuck all that, man. I'm gonna tell
Come
you.
on, man.
Look
We got
here.
C Street up in this
I'm just
motherfucking
saying,
building,
yo,
y'all.
Okay, let's get to it
God
now. Okay.
The queen.
dang.
All right, now that's enough.
What's
now.
good, sis?
Yeah, what's going on?
Man, nothing much. Just coming back in town. I just got married last week, which is really dope.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. To be.
Well, she a
That's
queen now.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. Nah. It was love. I'm very, very fortunate to be able to
Absolutely.
say that I found love in this day and age and at this time. So just like, I'm still on a high, man. So I've been home sleeping and resting because we party with our moms. I think they out partied us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was live. It was really
Bless.
dope. Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible. We seen some photos from it.
Yeah.
It was looking amazing.
Thank you, thank
Everybody was
you.
looking nice.
Thank you. We was
Yeah.
trying to get our princess
Oh
queens
no,
and royal courts on.
definitely the point definitely got across. I seen it all.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Both
man.
of you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, you've been out. You said you got back in town.
Yeah.
You know, we seen you. We seen you out there. You know, doing your thing. So, was this Usher show you've been doing?
Oh no, so that's Yoey. That's my wife.
That's
so
just Yoey.
Yeah, so just
So
Yoey.
I didn't see you
But
on stage at all.
Yoey's doing a really dope thing. I'd love to talk about her. She
go.
is on the Usher residency in Las Vegas. If you haven't seen it, go see it, by the way. No one's paying me to do this promo. It really is an awesome show.
Let's get it.
And I'm a genuine fan of Usher. So like when I go, I've seen the show quite a few times. And I think it's an amazing show. And so she has had the opportunity to be blessed to dance with Usher, but she is dancing as a male dancer. So never in the history of like anything dealing with Usher or someone to his caliber have they had a female dance as a male role, which is really, really dope. So it's nice to go and see her out on stage dancing with all these legendary people like Marv and John Silver and Clifford McGee and all these other outrages on stage.
Outrages for
you
sure.
know, respect to the king,
Shout out to
outrage.
Rage.
So just
Crump
all these
Up.
amazing people. And she's there with a lot of amazing women as well. But it's really, really dope because we know in just life, it's not often that people respect women enough to have them stand aside men. And so I think that's really, really dope. So she's been doing her thing and she's absolutely murdering
Incredible.
the stage.
I know,
She
man.
really
High caliber of talent in
Yeah.
person, bro.
Yeah, you know, again,
It's wild. It's wild.
That council group. They,
Yeah, I just about to say once again,
They again.
she
all
is in
hit.
the council, so it's not like
Absolutely. It's
know.
just a must, to walk with God. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. We had Storm on here. We had Amari on here as well.
Yeah,
we had,
sisters,
whoa,
for sure.
What was that? The whole.
Almost had the whole squad. We got Amari, we got Crystal, we got
we're gonna check 'em
Storm,
off.
Yoey, and myself. 5 of us.
not a game.
It's
been
not.
good. Yeah,
It's not.
it's lit. I love them.
All right. So if you y'all's 5, who would
Okay.
y'all want to see right now in the battle? If you had to be like, all right, across from us, even though you'd be like, anybody can line it up. Anybody.
I mean, respectfully, or like
No.
in a sense of like, I'm just sick of looking at you, so y'all can all get the smoke.
Talk your shit.
Because that's two different levels of battling. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you want to hit up people with the like, I respect you so much, I just want to spar with you. Which side are we coming from?
No, we coming from like smoke. Like I'm getting off on you.
Oh, like I'm sick of your mess? I'm gonna have to literally say anybody from the choreo community.
Okay.
Let's get it.
And that's just what it is. Like anybody can get the smoke because I've been here a long time and I know what it used to be, and I know that minds don't change that quick. People don't change that quick. And I think that people are opportunists, and so for me, I know the root of what you're doing is not true. And that's why you can't even really surpass a certain level. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people really just copycat everything they see. And so for me, you're not even really doing just like giving just due to the art form. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of freestyle is to bring yourself.
Right.
And I think we all know, coming from the neighborhoods that we come from, one thing you don't do is bite, and one thing that you don't do is suck from somebody else's vessel, from somebody else's steez. You have to present your own self, and that's just a part of the culture.
Right.
So it's no personal hate, but when we speak about the art form, everybody can get the smoke because everybody's. I don't even have to give names. I think that if you feel something in your heart while you listening to this, is probably you. And I think that's what it is. Like, I don't have to say your name.
If the boot.
If it fit, baby.
Man.
Wear it, baby.
Man, I love it. So how, I'm gonna piggyback off that a little bit. How heavy do you think the identity crisis weighs over just the dance community in itself?
I think it's heavy simply because we're not functioning from a state of purpose, but from a state of belonging in groups of people and feeling like we associate with certain things for certain validities. So I think that it's real, and it's not. I think dance is just something that it happens to flow into, but I think it's very personal. I think people personally are having identity crisis.
Yeah.
And so they're just trying to go to where they feel like there is a light. And in exchange for them not being genuine, they are dimming lights. And so I just think that it's my hope that everybody really is just doing a lot of self-work so that they can live in their purpose and just create positive and groundbreaking art. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think that's the point, is to push the bar, to push the mold, and to not become complacent. And so I think there's definitely an identity crisis, and I don't mean to speak on just other people. I think we all experience it at some point, especially living in Hollywood or being within an industry like this where there's such a learning curve every year because things are changing all the time. And you're having to adapt all the time, and you know, it can be very exhausting when you're trying to keep up instead of just be who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just think it's a big thing. It's a huge thing, and we're artists, and we're extremely open to everything all the time.
And hey, look.
Yeah.
So, because we had like a section before, it was about like imposter syndrome and whatnot, and all of that. So, again, like mental health, it's important to us, and that's something,
especially out here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
especially out here. So, this is SouLTopiA Radio. I'm Dot. That's JT. That's She. We're gonna take a little break, and we'll be right on back.
All right.
Yo, welcome back.
Yeah.
SouLTopiA Radio.
Never left.
Dot. Yeah, we ain't even going nowhere really. Just turn the mic off real quick. And turn this mug back on. So, hey, you've been having, all right, like a big past like 5 years, I would say.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you on like a crazy, like, so 5 years ago it started going up.
Yeah.
And it hasn't stopped since then, from what I see.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yes.
What I see, I'm like, okay, here we go. It's on and popping now. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
from juking to then really like putting your style onto other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like where do you really pull from? Like, all this stuff that we got going on, where do you pull like this creativity? From how deep do you got to dig sometimes? Because
I think it's dependent upon the times, like what's going on around me, know. I think right now my pool is coming from like more of an internal thing, which is like, I think this year my lesson was learning more about myself and just kind of like tapping into what I needed for me, because I'm very community based,
right,
and very family based. And so I think that like sometimes the actual inspiration isn't coming from art itself or other artists, more so than just like, what the hell am I going through in my life? And like what working through that feels like, and how I emerge from that as a person, and how that makes me feel as a person, then allows me to be able to open up as a dancer. I think I'm always taking in movement at all times, like even people walking around me, the way people walk, the way the deranged homeless guy on the street is like bugging out. I'm looking at that. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm always looking at movement to an extent, the way like a little bird moves or something to that extent. But I think that I don't watch dance or movement to copy it, more so than feel it. So I would say like right now it's been just like a personal journey, and then I've been going to clubs and parties a lot more in the past couple of months. I've been wanting to like get in that energy, the loud music, and that kind of vibe, and I think that's been super like freeing for me. To just be in that space.
Speaking of like, the club thing, she dropped a clip from
Of what?
from Amari's party.
Yeah, that party was
She was I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, yo. I don't care. It's every time, you do your thing, it's always a statement.
Yo, thank you,
You know
so
what I'm
much.
saying?
Thank God. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
So
I appreciate it.
I'm thinking of movement.
Right.
And when she says like she look, but I always, how you say it? I've always seen her in the corner to herself,
Yeah.
like just creating.
Yeah.
Like she don't even like. You ever notice that?
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
I've noticed my sister in moments like when, you know what I'm saying. In those moments, like she's with us, but she's in a corner. She's to herself, and she's like coming up with something. You like, what is? I know it's something crazy. I know it's something crazy. I'm something, but
what's cooking up?
Yeah, what's cooking?
What's cooking up?
No, absolutely. Now, talk to us about the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Super Bowl was absolutely amazing. Shouts out to Fatima and Dubs and Tia, everybody who was a part of that. Yeah, that like really just like set a great tone. So I was allowed to be a part of the Super Bowl. I went in and auditioned like everybody else, was called in, and got to dance before the great Fatima. Everyone, if you don't know Fatima Robinson, do your homework. She is a legendary queen. And so I was hired on the job, and on the lowest keys, one of my best friends, the council, we are super tight family. So my sis at the time, Storm, was hitting me and was like, yo, bitch, I think I'm finna do the Super Bowl, bitch. I'm finna choreograph the Super Bowl, bitch. Like just wild on the phone. And So I'm like, no way, you know. And so then we get called into the audition, and so it's like super official, and then we get to do the job. And at the time, God is good. There's been a lot of situations where we, as a whole group, have not been able to work together because people are always on other jobs, which is a great thing, right? But like essentially, we do all want to work together. So that was a situation. We all auditioned together. We all wanted to get it, but other people had other things going, and wound up being able to do the job with Storm.
Got it.
And it was just really awesome to be in a space and watch my sister not only just be on like one of her first big jobs with me, but also to watch her be a choreographer.
Right.
For the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl. And one of the better.
Yeah, like one of the great, I think one of the, like, it goes up there with one of the greatest Super Bowl performances of all time.
It might be the best one.
And so, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
It might be.
Top three.
Hey, it's definitely
it might
for
not
me.
Be two.
You know what I'm saying?
Could be the one.
Yeah.
Okay, come
top
on.
Two, but not two, you know.
Not at all. You know what I mean? The one.
Yeah.
So, no, seriously, that was really, really amazing. We just got to see a lot of great people in their element and see how they work and see how they move. And it was just, I feel like an honor to be in a space and everybody was on the same page.
They boogied on stage.
Yeah.
Man.
You don't get no better than that.
You got to crip walk.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to really crip walk.
We got to crip walk with a real crip, and we not crips, and we didn't get jumped.
National
That's wild.
television.
I just want to point that out.
Nationwide.
We did not get jumped afterwards, okay?
With the Dickies and everything.
You know, Big Snoop certified.
Come on, man. Oh, and by the way, happy birthday to Big Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Big Libra Gang. Happy birthday,
It is his
Snoop.
birthday.
You
Got a
know
new
what I'm
album coming
saying?
Yeah, we are here at Dash
Libra
Radio.
Gang out
You know,
here.
this is Snoop. This is one of Snoop's, like, you know, stomping grounds. So shout out to you, Snoop.
Shout out,
Absolutely.
Snoop.
Absolutely. So what do you got coming up for the people?
Well, right now, man, I got a lot of things. You know, as always, I'm working on a lot of personal projects. That's kind of like my thing because in the end, that's my greater goal. My greater goal is to push the boundaries of how we see movement and where we see movement going and the lanes in which we see movement intellect. You know what I mean? So for me right now, I've been working on just getting more handy behind my camera. I'm often in front of it a lot, and even though I know a lot of things about my camera and a lot of things about what I want to see, I've just been deciding that I kind of want to get a lot more, get behind the camera a lot more, and quite possibly start shooting my own shorts and my own films that don't necessarily involve me, because I think it's important to take yourself outside of the picture sometimes and just kind of learn from a different perspective.
For sure.
And it's really hard to do both. And so for me, I just know that is an area in which I want to grow a lot more in. And so
you know,
you're
one of the greats, right?
Oh, thank you, man.
You
For real, thank you. I receive it. Yes.
Yeah.
I receive it. And
My
so
nigga.
that's what I'm trying
My
to do,
dog.
my nigga. You
You
feel
my
me?
dog.
So we got that, and then we got a big campaign that's dropping with Nike that's coming out pretty soon. We've been seeing a lot of like reminiscence of it with a shoot they did in Memphis. I got to go home. They did a big shoot with Memphis Jookin and like all the legendary Memphis Jookers. So we got to be a part of that. And the council was also asked to come be a part, and it was really dope because we got to go to my hometown and I got to take Storm with me, which was really dope. And yet again, my other sisters were working, and so we had decided to choose a legend from Memphis by the name of LaShante to come along and fill the spot of the missing council member. So it was really, really dope because I got to go home and I got to give flowers to some, you know, the first female that inspired me to even Jook. And so that was really, really dope. And so we're really excited to see that come out because we think it's dope that Nike's just kind of doing a thing where they are showing their respect for the dance community. And we all know that Nike is a massive, massive just name and brand, and just like a foundation when it comes to like the fashion and the shoes and the clothes that we wear.
Right.
And we know that when we talk about Nike, we thinking about Jordan and LeBron and all these big names.
Kobe.
And so, you know, and Kobe. And so when we have a company like this goes, no, we see that. We see that y'all are, you know, stars and movement artists, and that y'all are athletes, and that we respect that. I think that's major. So we're very blessed and honored to be looking forward to having that campaign come out. So y'all might be seeing us in the in some stores and billboards and things. So
I'm ready.
looking forward to it, man. Shouts out to Nike and everybody over there.
Yeah, I'm
doing that
looking,
thing.
looking forward to that gear too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Man,
feel
come
me?
on, man.
Yeah, they're coming out with the new Air Force Ones. That's
So let me ask you. So
Disgusting.
as a person from Memphis, I celebrate you in the highest. But get me correct. How is it to be looked at in the community of Memphis, as far as like the role players? Would you consider yourself one of the major role players now in the community, or are you still there's others we don't know about that we need to know about that's making this thing go?
I think the major role players in the Memphis community are people who are in Memphis.
Okay.
And I think that we definitely play a huge part in the sense of spreading what our tribe does and what our culture does, but they do the ultimate job of sustaining it.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the water is, that's where the food is,
Yes.
that's where the culture is, that's where everything is. And so I think we all play our part. Like, we all are role
sure.
players to some extent. You know, for me, I feel like maybe my role playing job was to be the person from Memphis who was juking but also decided to do like 5 other styles.
Yeah.
And so, like, even though I'm juking, I don't look like any other juker because
Right.
I
all.
decided to be
Change it up a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? And so maybe that was my role, to like make space for somebody else coming up who like love juking but also love other stuff.
Like
and
dancing.
they might,
Right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that we all play some kind of role. Now I don't know to what kind of
No, understood.
extent how big my role is.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely believe, or would like to believe and hope and pray that it is a positive one for someone, even if it's one person in Memphis.
No, the pot is bubbling,
You know
and that's
what
why
I'm
I
saying?
asked.
Yeah.
'Cause I see
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Like we was talking about earlier, basketball,
Yes.
dancing,
Everything.
music.
Bubbling.
I think we're waking up a little bit, man. And you know, there's a old saying, they say Memphis is, you know, got a little curse on it. You know what I'm saying? Especially since Dr. King lost his life there, they feel like
Okay.
it put a certain type of
Energy over
darkness and energy over the city, because I think that really killed a lot of people's spirits, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so
Yeah.
I think that we might quite possibly be coming into a space where we're doing and reaching for more. I just think now that we just have to balance out the way we're doing it. You know
Understood.
what I'm saying? You feel me? Like we got to balance out the love and the hate. You
I'm
feel
excited
me?
for y'all, though.
So I'm
Absolutely.
really excited for Memphis to be waking up, bro, because it's the most. It really is, to me, one of the most beautiful places in the world. We joke about it. There's a clip about it, but it really is just like it's too much talent. It's too much
I'm
beauty.
seeing a lot of people.
incredible.
I'm seeing you, of course. Now, if I'm messing up, that's because I'm just a regular
No,
fan.
no. Come on through. Come on with it.
There's you.
Yeah.
I got to meet honor and privilege in the studio, Miles Yacht.
Yeah, Miles. That's,
Got to
that's
meet
the
Miles
homie.
Yacht.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, my dude.
Yeah, shouts out Miles.
Hope everything is good with you.
He's amazing.
And then I don't know if you know, but I got to meet a new rapper. Her name is Deja Vu, but her name is Deja.
Okay, that's lit. I don't know if I know of her, but I'm gonna know of her because
Yeah, I got
anybody
you. Yeah,
coming
I got-
out of
I
the
got
town,
you.
I have to
Connection.
know.
I got you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey,
Absolutely. That's lit.
that's wonderful. Hey, look, we're gonna take one more break. This is our last break. You know, and then we're gonna get back into the realness. All right.
Let's get into
SouLToPia
it.
Radio. I'm Dot. This is JT. That's she.
Yeah.
Real, fuck how you feel, humble and getting me nowhere. They coming in waves, I'm coming in oceans. Ain't nothing but flow here. So yeah, you in the wrong place if you thought you was going for some hoes here. Lay your wax, no net. Trick daddy, you don't know net. Oh,
Welcome back. Welcome back to SouLToPia Radio, y'all. I am DAHT.SOUL. Yeah. She Street. Yeah.
What it is.
JT. Yeah.
So I know you had something very important you wanted to talk to She about. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to make sure because, like I said, I see my sister like every other Sunday because she's so busy now. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't bad. Love her. And
Yo.
you know, she's blessed. Life is good. And that's all I ask for for any of my family members.
it's a Christmas Day game.
Glory.
But I want to make sure to ask you because as my sister, I've always known her to be a woman who stands high on standard and morals
Right.
and principle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that I ask her,
Come on.
is there anything you feel a concern with
Thank you for bringing this up.
as black culture, black men, black women? Is there anything, you know, I always like to hear your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Because you are somebody who stands on something, and I appreciate
Respect. You in the means to like the world or like our community here in Hollywood, dance community, life community, like
that. Damn.
I want to hear like really about like our dance community.
I'm with that.
I just want to say, like, stick with each other more. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I think that sometimes we value how we appear so that we can gain more than we value like what we really putting out there. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that as Black, I'll specifically speak to the Black dancers and movement artists out there. I think that we can stand to be more open to one another and not necessarily taking everything as like an offense, like we hating on each other or you know what I'm saying. I think that we don't say a whole lot to each other already, and I think that we already have our cliques and our things because that's just how we are in general. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's true.
And you have to find your tribe, the people you vibrate the same with, which is great. But I think as a community, to have more of a united front and to just kind of like give validity to each other's opinions, you know. If one group speaks out about something, I think that it's okay to give validity to that person's feelings and really actually look at the situation and see if it's valid.
So we could talk it out.
So we could talk it out, you know. I think that we just so worried about holding power and appearing certain ways and certain things like that, you know, that I think that we don't really hear each other out and we don't really hear each other go, bro, we are a different part of the community and we're a different part of the profession. And yeah, we're all doctors, but you are a pediatrician and I'm a surgeon. And I'm telling you, you can't come in here and just start doing surgeries. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there are a lot of things that we can stand to discuss as a community because this culture is ours and we created it.
Yes.
Right.
And I think that if we can stand to discuss it, then we don't have to worry about other people blocking our voices and other people blocking what we say is law.
Right.
You know, the reason we fight so hard now to set law within dance and within Black culture now is because we don't hold each other and our opinions highly.
Right.
You know, and so I think if we hold each other higher,
do you think
opinion,
we give more power to those who don't deserve it outside the Black community? Almost like, is it?
I think we give more power to position.
Okay.
So it ain't even about necessarily. I don't think it's about skin color when people are making this decision. When Black people are making this decision, I think it's about green, and I think it's about access. And so I think that they keep people comfortable who they feel like need to be comfortable in order for them to stay comfortable.
Gotcha.
And if that means letting some shit slide, I'm gonna let it slide. And I think that that's cool and all, but we gotta live in that future. Like that's the only reason it's a problem for me. I don't want it to be my business, but I have to live with the shit that people do behind closed doors every day.
Right.
When certain doors won't open, it's because you behind that closed door doing outrageous shit that allows that door to be that way and allows, you know. So I think if we can come together and just not look at like how we have to compete in certain areas for jobs or things like that, and we can just look at like, no, this is the culture, this is what we do. And at the end of the day, even if I'm here standing next to a panel of a bunch of people who don't know what they're talking about, if a brother in the crowd stand up and say, hey, I hear what you saying, brother,
Right.
but everybody else on the panel can eat dick, you can't get mad at that person.
Yeah, you got to find out where it's coming from, the source.
And a lot of times you know where it's coming from.
That's fact.
But you're so embarrassed that you just got to save face. And I think if we stop trying to save face, we'll be fine. Like, because everyone's so amazing that we don't even really have to do all of that. It really is love. Like, everything I say is out of love for us and for other people. I just think, you know, we have to lay down the law. Everybody else does lay down law. And so I think rules are good sometimes.
Like I said, I show you better than I could tell you.
Yeah.
I am trying to do better in life. But you as my sister speaking these words, I say to you and to my brother, anything I've ever done to embarrass y'all, I am sorry.
Oh, no,
I
I've
am
been
terribly
embarrassed.
sorry.
I'm sorry if I embarrass some folks out here. You feel me? We all learning things. No, straight up, we all learning.
I appreciate you for that, though.
It ain't even about, you know, like I said, I think most people don't do things with ill intent, but it's just life. You know, if you're doing something over and over, a person who loves you, or I don't have to know people to love them. And that's a thing about me. And so I think that's what we need to start from. It's like, when you love a person, you see something that could be detrimental, you kind of want to say something, even if you're not being overbearing. And for me, I'm just like, when it's all said and done, if every internet app shut down and if everything is done and closed and we sitting here and then they just throw a bunch of guns in the middle of the street and they say, go, what's going to happen is everyone's naturally going to click up with who they look like. And I don't care what anybody says. That's what's going to happen. And if we are already in a space to repel from each other and already in a space to just kind of not hear each other and already in a space to not have good community skills with each other, it
ain't gonna go right.
Not gonna go right. And I pray that would never happen. I'm just being extreme.
Yeah.
But the point is that history has shown us over and over and over and over and over again that we don't stick together. Therefore, everything is stolen from us. Everything is peace from us. You know, I'm watching a whole movie with Elvis right now where they're basically like, hey,
I can't do
you know, it took me a very long time and I watched, I'm not a fan of Elvis, but I watched it. And it's a whole movie that is literally right now in 2022, like, hey, yeah, this white man literally was like, I'm gonna take that. And everybody in the rooms was like, yeah, man, we just looking for a white man with a black sound. What does that even mean?
Right.
What is a black sound? Every sound is ours. So I'm gonna go in there and say that when you come into a space where you are allowing things to slide in such a way,
right,
we think it's not harmful, but like
you poison people.
In 10, 15 years, our children may really be fighting for a space in hip hop.
Right.
Damn.
And we don't think about the future. We really just think about surviving in the now. But the way everybody else is able to build for themselves is because they're thinking ahead.
Right.
And I think that even down to art, we have to think ahead. It's not to shut things off or close doors from other people. And that's what we have to understand is other people can't make us feel guilty for wanting to clean up our house and take care of our house.
Right.
And we feel guilt for that a lot. And we shouldn't. We just should not. And so I want to encourage everybody to just stand on your feelings and stand on doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? And when you do what's wrong, that's okay, because God is merciful and so should we be.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, if you are making a genuine effort to make climbs towards creating a good community so we can be a good community for ourselves and with the whole world, I think that's amazing. But that starts to practice from the smallest thing, which is just like interaction with one another.
That's absolutely, for one, you're absolutely correct. The togetherness and unity that we all should have. I feel like if we did, it definitely would. Things would a lot would be different.
Yeah.
Just from literally top to bottom.
Yeah.
A little bit more structure, and just people looking out even more, not just for they click, but maybe for the next click too. Because it's fun to have a click.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's
that's a tribe. That's a family. It happens.
You're gonna have tribes and all that.
Absolutely.
But when you trying to separate the tribes and keeping them also away, that's when tribes fall.
Yeah. That's when nations fall.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely how they all fall.
Yeah.
To Sis's point, it's history. History's already shown us do that.
It's shown it.
So we gotta hold in. You gotta love one another, man. For real, for real.
So how do you keep your tribe together? You know what I'm saying? But still, show everybody love.
I think I just function through it's levels to everything. So with my tribe of people, I treat them just like my family because that's just how I function.
Right.
I'm a family person. And I think that from that creates a space of happiness and peace and less stress, and so therefore you're able to create more. And so I think that's how we function. And then I think with everyone else, I just try to start from a state of love, which is my job is to be genuine, and my job is to give love and express in that way of light. And outside of that, that's it. So I can look at you and meet you and hang out with you on a job for 3 days and leave the job and go, all right, I love you. And I can hear people not say it back, and they do it. People do it often, actually.
Right.
And for me, I'm like, I find it to be a gift to be able to come to people and be that, because I think that as long as I'm creating a space within my life that feeds me so I can go out and look at a person and say, I love you, and even though they have a weird reaction, for me, I don't care for the weird reaction, because I know that at the end of the day, every human being needs love. Mm-hmm. Every last one of us. Even the messed up ones, you're messed up because of lack of probably love.
Right.
Or healthy love, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's the way I'm able to go back and give it to other people. I might not be with y'all every day, but when I do see you, I'm gonna look at you and go, hey, and I'm gonna hug you, and I'm gonna talk to you, and I'm gonna invest that time in you, and really want genuinely for you to be doing well. I'm going to do my best to vibrate that I want great things for you, even if I don't know you.
That's what I love about you, is through time I've known you, that's exactly how it was. And it was, I want to say, how you say, it's refreshing. So just know that it was refreshing to know there was a black woman that I met who was amazing. Like I said, I met you before knowing your talent.
Yeah.
So to just know you were like that, and just like you said, every time I saw you, I remember one time, I don't know if you remember, shout out to Gwen Stefani. We were like at a private show for Gwen Stefani. And out of nowhere, I saw you in the corner. And I thought to myself, I said, I ain't gonna bug her. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna do my JT thing. I ain't gonna bug her. She out there chilling. But some said I just had to, you know, because you're my sister.
Yeah.
But as soon as I went up to her, to
It's
your point,
love. Yeah.
gave me a hug, showed me love,
As
asked me how I was
always.
doing, and I was just, and I walked away like I had got $1 million like placed in my hand.
Yeah,
Like,
because that love is valuable, bro, and it's a crazy world out here. So
I appreciate you.
I
for
think
that.
I appreciate you always come speak to me.
Yeah,
Always.
for sure.
You know what I'm
No
saying?
matter what. Hey, so where can the people find you at?
You can find me. I'm mostly on the gram, guys. I'm pretty like lame. I'm not on Facebook, and I have a Twitter, and I struggle. So we're just gonna go for Instagram, and we're gonna say follow me.
Go right there.
Follow me at SHEOPATRA. It's like Cleopatra, but SHEOPATRA. SHEOPATRA. At SHEOPATRA _. That's it. It's simple.
Simple.
Leave it simple. Go there. Follow me.
Find
follow
her,
the
follow her.
council.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Get
the
into
council.
it.
Shout out to the council.
Get into me and go love on somebody today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Show somebody some love for real.
You know, hearing the word no is not the same as not love. Somebody else needs to hear that too. Okay, accept some no's in your life and
Right.
accept some seasonal changes.
Come on now.
Keep moving with love.
Move in love, y'all. Big hearts.
Straight up, big hearts.
I'm .SOUL.
I'm
That's
JT.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
JT over there. What's up?
As always, before we go,
Yeah,
shout out to Lito.
Yeah, Lito.
Thank you for keeping the lights on and helping us out.
Yeah, keeping us fresh, you know, and high.
Come on.
Very high.
Shout out to the community. If you guys have a chance, please check us out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share.
Please.
If you could. And
No,
God
do
is,
it.
Do it.
Do it.
And God is the
sorry.
greatest. Don't you ever forget it, bro.
God is the greatest.
Yeah, y'all see this jersey.
Okay.
Shout out to the NBA season.
Wow. Shout out to the
Bulls.
Grizzlies.
Let's go
Memphis
Bulls.
Grizzlies. Okay.
Let's go Bulls.
All right, and you know where to find us. SouLTopiA. SOUL.TOPIA. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Love.
Have a great day. Good night.
Follow it on back.